In under 2 years, I've done almost $1 million with organic drop shipping, and that's completely organically. I've never ran paid ads. I don't even know how to. I've always stayed true to organic. And in my own personal opinion, I feel like I'm one of the most consistent earners in the space because, since we're dealing with organic content, it is pretty challenging to consistently bang out crazy month after crazy month. And I've got myself to a position now to where on average, I'm doing anywhere from $20,000 to $50,000 a month. And with all the noise out there in the organic dropshipping space with the gurus fear mongering about AI, and every single time a 16-year-old hits his first 10K month, he decides to hop on YouTube and try to educate people on organic dropshipping, there's a lot of opinions out there. So I thought I'd make this video to give you my opinion with the experience level I have. And as you've already been seeing on the screen here, last month I did $34,000 in the month of May, with one of these stores being one that I'm personally running on my own that very soon I'll be handing off to a creator, and the rest being ran by my creators. But I want to get into the actual truth about organic dropshipping. And the very first thing I want to talk to you about is content. I just, in my own personal opinion, I feel like this entire space is stuck in 2022 and 2023, where the old meta used to be just, you'd go and find your competitor or your most viral competitor, and then you just go steal all of his most viral videos, and then you would just go out and copy them one for one. And you could go and do that, and you could literally run a whole store from beginning to end from scratch, just copying his videos and go make a 10, 20, 30K month. But I've realized over time, that just simply does not work anymore. And of course, you'll go out there and you'll find these guys that are getting lucky that will just literally still be trying to run the same method, and they just so happen to have a video that goes viral after they copy their competitor one of one. But it has such a lower success rate than what it used to. So I don't even remember the last time I perfectly one of one copied my competitor, because it just simply doesn't work anymore. And how I approach my content now is I rarely even look at my competitors anymore. To me, they're kind of like a small fish in a big pond. A good example of what I do is basically I want you to imagine there's a list. And yes, there's a list in my notes. And when I go to start and run a new product, as it's on my mind and I'm consciously scrolling on my For You page, on my burner, within that account, scrolling in my niche, of course, I'm taking some inspiration from my competitor. Maybe he had a really good concept that I could not steal, but take inspiration from. Maybe he had a really good hook that I could use for a different format. Maybe he's using a currently viral audio within our niche, so I'll just steal that audio, right? And what I do is, on top of my competitor, I also start taking inspiration from videos within my niche. So of course, other products within my niche, but they don't even have to be products within my niche. It can just be a random influencer or somebody making a video that has nothing to do with a product, but that maybe they have a good hook that relates to my niche and that I could use for my product. Or maybe they use a visual hook that I could somehow replace with my product. So what I'll do is, as I start to run a new product, I don't just look at my competitor, and I'm not just copying one of one. I go through and do niche research. So, priming my For You page on whatever account, looking on TikTok, typing in the niche, finding influencers within that niche, finding people with high followers within that niche. Some of them may be competitors, some of them may be running products, some of them aren't running products. And I start taking inspiration from all of their videos. And every single time that I find a video or a hook or an audio within my niche that I feel like I could steal and use somehow within the videos that I'm using for my product, I just put it onto my content list. And actually, a little bit of game for you guys is my entire notes. That's like where I live. All of my notes, if you were to go look at my notes, all of them are titled blah, blah, blah product content ideas, blah, blah, blah product hook ideas, blah, blah, blah product take inspiration, right? And then that's where I hold all of these concepts. And it kind of just gives me this blueprint to running and starting a new product. And I found that taking this approach has just really 10x'd everything in terms of how fast I can get a product up and running and how much more consistently I can actually sit there and go viral. Okay, so now I want to talk to you guys about product saturation. And the reason I want to bring it up is because I feel like there's such a common misbelief behind product saturation, because everybody thinks, or the way you probably look at product saturation is, okay, it's made so many sales and so many people have seen it that now less people want to buy it. But that's not actually the case. I don't think people understand what it truly takes for products to truly reach market saturation. Because for that to happen, I mean, there's billions, 3 billion plus people on planet, or 7 billion. I don't fucking know, but there's hella people that live on planet Earth. So if you think that A few IG and TikTok accounts that have 50 to 100K followers is going to make a product convert less per million views when you go to run it. You are mistaken. Now, this can happen for super niche products, but in general, product saturation just doesn't exist the way you think it does. But where it does exist is when it comes to views. That was my horrible attempt at a play button. When it comes to views. So you can throw out the limiting belief you have about, oh, I can't run this product because I've seen so many people running it. But what it does affect when you see so many people running a product and so many people get so many views is it's harder for you to go viral. And that's just what I've noticed time and time again from me, students inside of Per Mill, is in organic, you can basically just think of product saturation as view saturation, because once a product has been seen by so many people on so many different platforms, we have noticed that it does get harder to go out there and go viral with it or to get views as fast. Now, next at number 3, I want to talk to you guys about product lifespan. And this is something that I even used to struggle with in the past when I was first, starting organic dropshipping, when I had my first few products pop off. And I notice it time and time again in others within organic as well. But products last so much longer than you think they do. And like I said, I used to struggle with this myself. I remember my first product, I think it was my second product. It did like 10K. It did like 10K in a month. And I kid you not, I was so used to so many people talking about, oh, it's a pump and dump, or this and that, or it's short-lived, or when you stop getting so many views, just drop it, move on to the next product. This product was in full swing, 10K month, and for no reason at all. I remember it was like 2 or 3 weeks later, I'm looking at my girlfriend, I'm like, why did I drop that product? If any of my OGs watching this, it was Titan Lung. The little breather, I was one of the first people to get it to pop off. I was doing like backflips and shit in my yard. But that was like the second or third product that I got to pop off. Did a 10K month, and for literally no reason at all, I just dropped it. I just literally fucking stopped running the product. Because in my mind, I was so used to all these people saying all this bullshit on the internet that I was like, oh, products are short-lived. It's going to be over with soon. Move on. Let's move on. I even find, it's funny, I have this story. There's a student, I literally just talked to him like 4 or 5 days ago. There's a student within Per Mill. I remember, I'm not going to name any names, but he had this product popping off. And when he did his and this is a kid that I think his lifetime rev was only like 10 or 20K. He had a product popping off. It was doing like 2K per mil. He was having like 1 and 2K days with it. And yet when he was sending to his coach's group chat all of his results, he was like, oh, but it'll probably die out soon. Like completely, we didn't ask, like just completely out of nowhere. He was like, yeah, but it'll probably be over soon. Or like, you could just tell like he was treating it as if like this was just going to happen and then go away very soon. And this was months ago, by the way. And as he still went, I can't remember the exact numbers, but he still went and made like 20K plus with it over this last month or two. I was just on a call with him the other day, and I kid you not, bro was still sitting there after all this time, after it's still printing, like, oh yeah, I'm going to, until I can switch this product onto it or whatever. Like you could just tell he was still in this mindset of the product's going to die. I'm like, bro, look how long we've been running it. Look what's happened. You thought this shit was going to die the first day you had a 1K day. And I think that's just a testimony to just all the bullshit on the internet that you see. It's like there's so many things. Once you consume so much information, bro, it just creates these limiting beliefs that like literally don't exist. It doesn't make sense. But that just goes to show you. I used to be that way myself, and I still see it to this day. But I also have Glow Gesture here as an example for this. This product, everybody knows me for this product, almost 100K followers. I've been running this product. I mean, dude, it's been fucking a year and a half, maybe a little bit over a year. And this product still runs to this day, still gets views, and still gets sales. And it's actually at order number 9,400, only 1,500 orders away from a Shopify plaque. And this is just to prove the longevity in products. I have another product like this that I've never leaked that's been running probably like 7-8 months now. You can run products so much longer than you think. If something stops working, but you have a product that's converting at a few K per mil, do something, figure something out. Don't be lazy. Create a new angle. Do something. Do more product research. Force it to go viral again. Do whatever you can to not give up on it, especially if it's on an IG, which we're going to get to IGs in just a second. But that's just to prove to you that products last a lot longer than you think, and you guys need to quit giving up on products that are actually making you money, thinking that you just need to move on to the next one. Now, at number 4, this one's one of my favorites, and I've been preaching this for I don't know how long, but if you want to like genuinely, consistently, long-term print with organic, and not get too burnt out or just end up in a position where you feel like nothing's working and you end up becoming stuck, then I'm begging you to only start running products that you enjoy running. Once again, we're going back to the gurus. We're going back to all the bullshit all over the internet. And they always, you're always hearing, run high barrier to entry products, run products that are hard to film for because nobody else will run them. Who cares about that? That just doesn't even make sense, and it'll burn you out. It'll make you hate your life. It's going to be really hard to get these products to go viral. And if you don't enjoy running a product, energy is everything, right? Momentum is everything. The way you feel is everything, especially in business. So if you don't enjoy running a product, you're going to underperform no matter what. And coming from personal experience, if you have this sort of low vibration, especially in business, this negative attitude towards anything, it's only going to lead to kind of a snowball effect of bad things happening and nothing working. So I want to push you to only run products you enjoy. That's something I've been doing recently. That's something I've been doing the past 6 months. I don't even pick up a product that I don't enjoy running. And this goes into like multiple different things, right? This could be, however you want to categorize this. For me, I always make sure it's within a niche that I like running, right? And that it's simple to film for. And it doesn't take me over like 45 minutes to film a video from beginning to end. This is kind of my more advanced criteria, even outside of, your basic winning product criteria that I look for when I'm sitting there saying, is this a product that I'm going to enjoy running? Because not only is when it's within your niche, so much more, you're going to get it to pop off so much easier. And like me, for example, I don't run them as much anymore, but because, the targeting's all fucked up and everything. But one of the niches that I used to love running products in was anime. And yeah, I know I might not look like it, but I fuck with anime, okay? And running these products, it almost brought a sense of joy because it's within something that I'm already kind of passionate about. So I had so much more drive, so much more enthusiasm, so much more creativity because I knew about it and I liked it, I enjoyed it. It was just something I enjoyed, right? It was something I was passionate about. And then, of course, if it's simple and it's easier to film for and you're not having to go like break an arm and a leg to film for it, you're not going to get burnt out. It's going to be a lot easier to run long-term. And it's going to be a lot easier for you to kind of force yourself to push through, even if it does take that first 1 or 2 weeks before you get any sort of traction. And guys, really quick before we move on to number 5, if you're stuck with organic, you're struggling with organic, and you've made less than $500,000 with organic drop shipping, and you want help and you want mentored by somebody that's been there, done that, and actually has the experience to help you, me, along with a group of 6- and 7-figure organic dropshippers, some of the best guys in the space that I put together as a team to help me one-on-one mentor guys like you to help you finally start making a full-time income with organic and actually finally turn it into a full-blown business. I'll leave a link down below in the description where you can book a call with me personally. We'll talk and I'll dissect your entire business, see if you'd be a good fit to work with us. And if you are, we'll bring you inside. We'll dial in all of your content. We'll be constantly feeding you winning products. Just basically team up with you to help you make it work with organic dropshipping. So if that's you, like I said, I'll leave a link down below in the description. Just click it and then you can go and book a call with me. But finally, I want to move on to number 5. And that is IG is the only way for longevity. Now, guys, as I already previously stated, almost $1 million in under 2 years with organic dropshipping. I believe, I don't remember the exact number. I'm closer to like $780,000 now. And easily $500,000 or $600,000 of that is from IG only and having primed IG accounts. And the reason for that is because not only does IG just last so much longer in terms of being able to consistently get views, but TikTok is ass now that TikTok Shop, if I could spell, TikTok Shop has been introduced. And, if you haven't noticed, even when you do go viral, your product will convert lower and it's harder to go viral. And if you've ever had a TikTok pop off, it's very hard to keep it consistently printing views. But on IG, it's almost the exact opposite. If you get a primed IG, it'll sit there and continuously spit viral video after viral video once you dial in 1 or 2 actual kind of primed concepts to just replicate over and over. And that's why you have to get a primed IG. So once again, I'm begging you, no matter what, go out there, and this is where I put my main focus. Sometimes, guys, I'll pick up products and I'll start, I'll be testing a new product. I won't even try and run it on TikTok anymore at this point. The amount of burners getting, cooking your account, how it's hard to go viral, even though you have a good piece of content. When you do end up going viral, a product that for a fact converts at 4 or 5K per mil is doing $500 per mil. It's damn near not even worth it to post on there anymore. I'm not pushing you to do that. You should probably still post on TikTok, and you still can make money on TikTok. But I'm saying if you want to long-term really make big boy numbers, you have to get a primed IG, and there's multiple ways to do that. Niche growth method, which is, a big one that's coming out right now. And basically all it is you'll go onto your IG. When you go and create a new IG account, you'll start posting videos within your niche. And if, once again, I'm going to explain this a little bit. If you want me to make a video on this, just comment down below, something like niche growth, something like that. But basically all it is in a nutshell is you'll find viral videos within your niche, completely irrelevant to your product. And while you're warming up your IG account, you'll post those videos on your account to get it primed. And then you start posting for your product after you go viral and after you get traction with those videos. And that's not a 100% success rate, but it's the highest success rate you can have on getting a primed IG that actually starts getting you views. Another way you could do it is by buying one as well. I mean, just my point here is do whatever you can to go out there and try and just stack as many primed IGs as you can for you to go and run every new product that you pick up, because that's going to be the fastest way for you to go out there and actually long-term make money. That's what I currently do. That's literally, even if I don't have another product that I'm actively picking up or I know I'm going to be going and running, I just keep stacking primed IGs. I have like 2 that I'm niche growing right now. I have no new products that I'm starting to test at this very moment, but I have those locked and loaded, ready to go for the next time I do pick up my next product. But anyways, guys, these are the top 5 things that I feel like have helped me get to a position where I'm consistently doing these anywhere from 20 to 50K a month with organic. And I hope you got a lot of value out of this. I hope this helps you go and reach that next milestone in your organic journey. And I'll see you on the next one.